As Christians, God has called us to be His ambassadors, to share our faith, to go out into the world and make disciples of all people. And yet many Christians are hesitant to do that. We just simply don't know how to be effective at sharing our faith. Thankfully, I'm joined today by Dr. Peter Wyns to help us. Peter Wyns is a Christian scholar and a pastor. Peter, it's great to be with you again. We've been talking about how we can be effective at sharing our faith. And in the last episode, we talked about Luke 10 being a passage where Jesus instructs His disciples about evangelism. And so what we'd like to do is kind of go through that passage. And we'll begin with Luke 10:1. And here it says that after this, the Lord appointed 72 others and sent them 2 by 2 ahead of Him to every town and place where He was about to go. So what do we learn about evangelism from that first passage?
There's 2 really important things in this verse that jump out at us. One, it's the Lord who appoints us. He assigns us to work together and partner with Him. This is the greatest calling on your life, that you can partner with heaven to change the world around you, and specifically to bring somebody into the family of God. And He appoints you. You know, you could have an amazing job. You could be hired by a billion-dollar company. You could be the president of the United States, but still this job is more important and should have priority, because it's God who appoints His disciples to do the work of the ministry. You cannot be what you cannot see. You have to realize that this calling is on your life. If you're a believer, then you have been assigned. When Jesus told this story, He said that a certain man went to the marketplace, and he saw people standing around in the marketplace, and He said, "Why are you standing in the marketplace?" And they said, "Because nobody has hired us." He said, "Come and work for me." Later in the day, He did the same thing and said, "Why are you standing idle in the marketplace?" to a different group of people. And they said, "Because nobody hired us." He said, "Come and work for me." At the 11th hour, even when somebody's a senior citizen, He says, "Why are you standing idle in the marketplace?" They said, "Because nobody's hired us." He said, "Come and work for me, and I'll give you what's right at the end of the day." The moral of the story is, don't stand idle in the marketplace, because the Lord wants to hire you. He wants to include you in the greatest and most powerful event in history, the salvation of a soul and somebody going from darkness into light. And so this is the appointment of the Lord in your life. And then the second point is that God says, go to every town and village where I am about to go. You see, God is already at work in people's lives. We're frightened because we think we have to be the beginning and the end of somebody's salvation. But actually, we come into the middle because God has been touching their lives from when they were children. He's put experiences where His fingerprints have been upon them and has caused them to wonder and to have awe. And something of eternity in their hearts is already predisposed for God. And so now, God is now sending you. And you have to look for ripe fruit. We want to go where God is going. So you ask the Lord, show me who to speak to, how to speak to somebody. Open the door. Give me an opportunity. If you focus like that, God will show you where the ripe fruit is and where those who are not ready are. And you just love those people. But the ripe fruit, those are the ones that you work together with the Holy Spirit leading you, and you take the steps to say the words, to express the service, the love, the care, and watch for the opportunity to bring somebody to Christ. That's how Jesus' teaching begins.